Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome to the stream. Hi. Sorry, we're trying to sort out a kiddo thing really fast. So let me send a text. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna be so excited. I busted out my grandmother's pearls. I'm wearing my grandmother's pearls because I thought they would go perfectly with, hold on, I'll just swap it over. Because I thought, I thought it would go perfect. This vibe, right? So, hold on, sorry. See what they say. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Let's, it's Saturday morning. Happy Saturday morning, DOOGER, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Very classy. I think, I don't think I've ever worn these. I've had them for so long. My mom gave them to me, and I've just kept them in like a little like protective case. And I was like, which shirt should I wear? Because I want to wear one of the new shirts, you know. And I thought, oh, because it's so like it's meant to be so like kitschy horror-y sort of thing. It's like, oh, maybe I could wear the pearls with this shirt. Oh my god, my first time ever. I know. I need to do lots of this. I know, you're not alone. A lot of people have said that they've looked for the channel recently. Recently as in like over the last day. They've looked for the channel and been like, where the fuck is it? Because it's not the blue icon currently. Yes, so for those of you who are asking about it, the shirts that were sold out yesterday, which thank you again so much. Any of the shirts that were sold out yesterday are now back up for pre-order, I believe. And I also asked, since we were doing pre-orders anyway, that all of the sizes for the classic Cat Gang shirt, all of the sizes that have been sold out, we also put those up for pre-order. So if you wanted any of those things and you went to check it yesterday, you were like, what the fuck? It's already sold out. They should be up for pre-order now. Just make sure that like, just to ensure that you get the things that are available now, like anything that's for pre-order, maybe order separately. They're gonna ship separately anyway, right? So rather than having to wait until the pre-order stuff is done, if there's stuff that isn't on pre-order that you want, I would say order that. The shirts look great. Thank you so much. Yeah, we worked with a bunch of fantastic artists. Very blessed. So that is a good sign. Absolutely. And that's what I kept saying to Danny. I was like, it's a little stressful because I want to make sure that everybody gets what they want. But like, what a blessing. What a fantastic problem to have that we're sold out of some of this stuff on the first day. Like, that's insane. So again, thank you guys so much for all the support. I'm glad you love the designs. We're very happy. So, but yeah, welcome. I think I saw Spatula in here. Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Yeah. What's up, duder? The hair looks fabulous. Oh, why, thank you. Cloth wristbands. I do think that we should, after releasing all of these shirts, I think it would be good to sort of steer in more of like an accessories direction for some stuff, because we've definitely had ideas for that before and just haven't made them. I'm new to the channel. The tea designs look good. Why, thank you. What are these sounds? Are these sounds in this? Or are the sounds coming from something else? Did you think it could be sold out so fast? No. No. I knew that the designs were really good, but I didn't expect that. And it's also been really cool because like the artists that we worked with also posted, you know, being like, hey, I did a design for this store. What is that sound? Is that in this? Hold on. I don't like this. I'm gonna swap songs and see if it goes away. And so many of the people that follow them were like, whoa! So, yeah, it's just a nice feeling. Cat gang, so powerful, so buff, etc. It is an Audrey Hepburn picture, this. Yeah, it's one that, it's just like a mass-produced canvas thing that was in this house already when we moved in. And it's been sitting in the guest room, and we actually had a guest for the first time when Criken came to visit. And so we were like, where do we put this? So I just put it in my office. I know, pearls. What the hell? I'll have to take a picture for my mom. She'll be like, oh, you're wearing the pearls! Unreal. Stars and garters. Yeah, it's very fun. Kraken probably would have loved that poster in his room. To be fair, there was nothing on the walls. We just took everything out of there to ensure that he had the blank canvas that he deserved. But you're right, he probably would have appreciated just something in there. We figured, you know, play it safe. Just put nothing in there. Now you need pearl earrings to match. There are... Oh my gosh. I do have... 1 second. You're right. 1 second. Hold on. Okay. That works. Oh my gosh, it's so wild being able to actually just easily put earrings in. So fancy. The complete look. A fancy dab. Clarky decided this morning that I was DJ Catnip from Gabby's house, and I had to be DJ Catnip all morning. And at one point I was like, honey, I really just want to be me. I just want to be normal. I don't think I'm going to be DJ Catnip right now. And she started absolutely sobbing. And I was like, what? Honey. So anyways, I was DJ Catnip literally all morning. And if you don't know who that character is, I encourage you to Google it. To just imagine what I was trying to like embody. And what was the point that I was gonna make? Oh my god. I can't even remember. I can't even remember why I brought this up. How many channel points to make you be DJ Catnip for the rest of the— Oh, it's because I kept dabbing. Sometimes she would say things and I'd be like, whoa, that was super cool. Pew, 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 pew. And then she would try to do it. And it would just be my kid like... It was pretty funny. I think this theme. I'm gonna just leave it open for a bit. I do. I have pearls to clutch. If only I had like clawy nails, but I do not. An open container next to a PC. Do you not ever have an open container at your computer? Bold. Bold if so. I do all the time. It's some of my best Twitch clips. Are me spilling shit. It's drilled in at work. That's fair. I trust myself to have an open container, but I shouldn't. That's the vibe, really. That's what it is. I'm like, it's fine. It's so rare for something to go wrong, ignoring the fact that sometimes things do go wrong. You know. I always use a cup holder. So this table came with a cup holder that you drilled into the side, and it literally broke off at one point. I don't know why. It literally just snapped off, and so there's nothing there now. The part that was drilled in is still there though. I can feel it. That's true. I do dab far too often to allow this to happen. My desk has a hole in it that you put the cup holder in. That's nice. I like that. I once spilled tea on my laptop. My dad tried to dry the keys separately in front of the fireplace, but they melted. Your dad tried to help. Yeah. Nothing cleans like fire, you know? Next time, just put them in a big, not that there should be a next time, but next time, just put them in a big jar with rice or one of those old things. I made you yawn. My bad. How do I find a laptop-sized jar of rice? They said that the keys were popped off individually and put in front of the fireplace. No? Wasn't that the story? I was following along. What are your Halloween plans? What are my Halloween plans? What a question. I don't know. The sort of things I've been thinking about are like, apparently there's a pumpkin patch nearby. I'll have to go to the pumpkin patch. This feels very like suburban mom. Well, we're gonna go to the pumpkin patch, and then I'm thinking that maybe, you know, one of these cheeky days where Clarky's at preschool, I'm gonna sit down and I'm going to grab, you know, some twine and maybe dehydrate some oranges and like do something crazy and put it on the windows, you know. And then I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, I'm gonna be DJ Catnip for Halloween. Oh my god, my kid would actually lose her mind. I'm gonna be DJ Catnip for Halloween. Yes. Tiny pumpkins. I've already started the process of bringing pumpkin spiced syrup to all of my family members It's happening slowly but surely. I bring them a carton of eggs and pumpkin syrup. And they all go, "How did you make this?" And it's very sweet. Have you seen the chicken net ghosts that people have been making? No. The one that I always see that I really want to do because Clark demands that we always have balloons around this house is where you take 3 balloons and then you soak like cheesecloth in glue and then drape it over the balloons and then it looks like a little ghost. Do that shit. That sort of shit, oh my god, Clark would be over the moon. Any plans to release the t-shirts in other colors? No. DJ Catnip is a cat-shaped tentacle monster working as a DJ. Yeah, so DJ Catnip is a member of Gabby's Dollhouse, which if you'll recall, I said that all of the cats in Gabby's Dollhouse are like cat mutants, right? So there's Mercat, who's a mermaid cat. There's Cakey, who's literally a cupcake but with a cat face on it, etc. Right? DJ Catnip is on a glance is just a purple cat in a hoodie, but all of his limbs can stretch out as long as he wants. It's wild. So his legs are basically like big floppy tentacles. But he's pretty cool. He and Cat Rat, best buds. This is why I fear British kids shows. I got something to tell you. This is an American show. You heard it here first. It's too hot. There's still so much steam. It's so dangerous. I'm just gonna leave it. Oh gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm a go-between in a conversation currently. He doesn't do a lot of DJing? What? Unreal. I can't believe this. Rachel Maxey is very good if you're looking for a YouTuber to watch. Rachel Maxey made a video that was very inspiring for me. She was basically like, you know, all of the content that I do is on like making clothes and putting like, you know, outfits together and doing like fun projects like that. But I haven't really been sewing that long. And I was like, what? She's like, yeah. I've only been sewing for like a year, 2 years, something like that. I just really enjoy it. So, you know, I've just learned a lot really quick. And it was very inspirational to me. It was one of those situations of like, yeah, you know, you don't have to have been sewing your whole life to become good at sewing. I saw Sam's tweet about how Blue's Clues in Britain had a guy called Kevin, and it blew my mind. I don't know why, but it didn't occur to me that Steve wasn't the universal Blue's Clues guy. What? England had their own Blue's Clues? What? No. happened to Kevin, who did Blue's Clues UK? What the fuck? What happened to Kevin? Is Blue's Clues originally a British show? Is one of the searches. What on earth? What the fuck? I also had no idea about this. I loved Kevin. I think Kevin is the one who got fired for doing drugs. See, I was thinking this about Steve because I remember when Steve swapped out. I heard a bunch of shit like that as a kid, like, oh yeah, well, you know, apparently he got kicked off because he was found doing drugs. But it... Steve left because he was balding. I saw an interview. I love the videos they've been doing, the like anniversary videos. They're so cute. I've never seen the show. It's very wholesome. I think a lot of us grew up watching a lot of Blue's Clues. I adored that show. It's like meeting an old friend. Yeah, it's so cute. It's always the rumor for every host of a kids show. That's what I'm saying, right? Is like, I think kids just come up with like weird salacious shit and then repeat it to each other, and then you're like, oh. What age was that? Well, I'm 34. And the show is on Nickelodeon. So. Mark from Smart? I don't know what that is. I never even knew it existed. The video came out and everybody's losing their minds on Twitter. And I'm like, what's happening? Oh my gosh. It's another British show. Oh, I see. There's a kids' arts and crafts show. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think Blue's Clues was like intended for kids a little bit younger than me. I just enjoyed it. Yeah, we can't watch like full episodes of Blue's Clues because we don't have like the service. But on YouTube you can see lots of clips, and Clark really loves the clips from the new Blue's Clues. I was too old for it too, but I still loved it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that, I think, where I was like, this is still fun. I'm a teenager, but it's fine. Oh, I'm watching the new Blue's Clues with my kids, and it's my first experience of it. It's lovely. Oh, that's so nice. Yeah, I like the new ones. I like the new host a lot. I had real people prejudice as a kid. I hated almost anything that wasn't a cartoon. How interesting. Cool down so I can drink you, please. Thank you, Optical Mouse. I appreciate it. What a sweet message. I associated live action with boring non-action, but I liked Power Rangers. My dad thought Power Rangers was a little too violent, and so I wasn't allowed to watch it, so I had to sneaky watch it. My parents didn't like anything where girls were getting hit, which fair enough. My argument and my brother's argument was, but they hit back. Like, everybody's fighting. Everyone's fighting. It's equal opportunity fighting in these shows. So, my parents really hated, like, Mortal Kombat, any of that sort of stuff. They didn't like Power Rangers. Yeah, I would come home from college and just turn on like old cartoons. I would just turn on cartoons and my dad would be like, just like what you like, huh? What is this song? It's the basics of soul healing, guys. Are you planning on playing the new Life is Strange? I assume Jesse will want to play it for his channel, so I'll probably play it with him, as per usual. I've never streamed a Life is Strange, though, so. Friendship jail. If you insist. It's what I'm doing right now. I'm still too scared to drink it though. It still feels like it's way too hot. Oh my god, the bot's getting mad at people for spamming emotes. That's really funny. It's emote only mode, Fossa bot. Let the people live. Oh my goodness. Let me get the channel point reward stuff open, by the way. This is from Dio. Dio, thank you for redeeming a friendship jail. And now you're free. Free to exact vengeance on he who imprisoned me. It's the curse of the lamp. All the power in the universe, and I'm bound by the rules of a genie. Which means I can't kill that upstart Aladdin unless I have someone arrange it for me. Take me to Agrabah. At once! Lampchan. Lampchan. Thank you, Dio. Dio. Bum, 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 bum. It's Mabel. If you're still here, I'm giving your points back for the suggested game because I have played all of Obra Dinn on stream before, so. The only show I remember my mom having reservations about was Friends. We were old enough. It was mostly trying to point out to us repeatedly that people didn't really act this way. Oh gosh, my brother really likes using power tools and working with his hands. He doesn't like safety and has a lot of minor accidents. Any tips from a fellow power tool user? Oh gosh. That's rough. How old is your brother? If your brother's a grown-ass adult and is refusing to use safety gear, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I find a lot of power tools like fairly scary. So I tend to maybe overdo it on safety gear. He's 17, but he acts like he's younger. I mean, like, at the end of the day, you know, there are so many people out there that are professionals that are using power tools all the time and still hurt themselves, right? Like, there are carpenters who have been carpenters for years and years and years that have a horrible injury on a table saw one day. Like, all of the safety stuff that you can do is reducing the possibility of something like that happening. It's all so necessary and important. Totally. Sam's grandfather has been a carpenter his entire life and is missing an entire section of one of his fingers from that exact sort of thing. My brother is a pianist and worked as a landscaper, and was using a saw. Sorry, these are like terrible stories, but was using a saw and it cut right across the top of his hand because he lost control of it. Cut along the top of his hand. It's like a miracle that he can still play. Like, you gotta be careful. You gotta take your time. And you gotta use safety gear so that you can continue to do these fun projects in the future, right? So I'm sorry, I don't have tips to like help encourage someone to use safety gear and to be safer, other than to just appeal to their interest in the hobby, right? Like, you don't want something to happen that creates a situation where you can't do this anymore. If you're having fun and you feel like you're learning a lot, then like, make sure that you can continue to do it. Don't think you're so dope you can do things at lightning speed. Yeah, I always feel like there must be a way other than being like, look at all these terrible injuries. Do you want this to happen to you? Like, that doesn't seem like the best way to do that, but I have no idea what the best way to do that is. Yeah, I mean, you never think something's gonna happen to you, but there are so many yous that it happens to, you know? So, it's important to be mindful. I'm just drinking coffee. Dodger coffee. You know it. I'd rather be scared than killed. That's fair. Just, you know, anything that could potentially, like, be traumatic. Like, look at all this horrifying shit. I feel like there must be another way to do it, but that's gotta be effective. I did. I brought out the pearls because I thought that they matched the shirt really well because it's very kitschy and cute. Oh, yeah. Wawa said I had to move away from coffee. It's giving me heartburn recently. If sometime you wanted to try coffee again, because it's not technically, it tends to be like more acidic things, right, that give heartburn. At least for me, I get heartburn a lot. Cold brew tends to be way less acidic. So if you were feeling sassy and you wanted to try coffee again, maybe try a cold brew and see if that helps. Yeah, we were just talking about it because somebody asked. That's true. Cold brew is nice too. It is. Yeah, cold brew is very nice. It tends to be a lot more mild. It's not as bitter. It's less acidic, but it does have more caffeine. So, you know. I've been talking about cold brew a lot with the team because we're trying to figure out what to do with, like, bringing cold brew back. Because it would be really nice if we could, you know, while we're, like, transitioning everything over to being based in Nebraska, it would be nice if we could figure out how, since we're an entirely online business, shipping the cold brew has always been the killer, right? Shipping the cold brew is so rough. It's just really heavy. So trying to figure out, like, are there other options for shipping, packaging, things like that that we haven't thought of that will make it easier for people to get it? So yeah, I've been talking about that a lot. Yeah, it's based out of Nebraska now. It was originally in Florida, and now everything is in Nebraska. We're fully independent now. Yeah, it's because David runs Akira Coffee, which is the umbrella company, which, again, I have to, you know, disclose that I'm a partial owner of Akira. But, yeah, the umbrella company, Akira Coffee, does Dodger Coffee and My Favorite Coffee and Top of the Morning and all of those coffee lines. And so originally we were still doing some of the operations out of Foxtail because that's how Dodger Coffee started, was as a partnership with Foxtail. And so we've been slowly trying to figure out how to make it so that we're just independent and doing all of it ourselves in-house. So we're at that point now. So honestly, like, the final hurdle is figuring out, like, can we do cold brew in a way that makes more sense as, like, a company that ships cold brew out to people. So chickens be screaming. Bah. No, the coffee beans aren't sourced in Nebraska. We source our beans all over the place. Somebody was asking, like, do you talk about, like, specifically where your beans are from for your roast? And on the website, we don't, because we work with really small farms and things. And so sometimes a farm doesn't have anything to provide us, and we go to a different farm that has similar or same type of bean, right, to maintain the flavor. So instead, on the website, there's like a whole thing about like our values and how we approach buying the coffee and things like that. So can we get a chicken variant of Doog Burn? Yeah, probably. I'll run that by Danny when he's not doing 8 million things. They're currently at a con. They're like, it felt like every time I talked to Danny over the last week, he was like, okay, well, I'm doing this right now. So he's like in the middle of moving, but they're also doing a con and like all of this other stuff. And we like just launched the shirts and like, what's the story behind the new profile pic / emote? We've had the emote for a little bit. It's a goof on the, have you seen the GIF? There's a GIF that's a meme that's Elmo with fire behind him going like this. It's just me as Elmo. That's all. I don't know. I have no interest in going back to cons yet, so I don't really look into it. But like for people like Mel, Mel made a majority of her income from going to cons and selling like the sort of stuff that she makes, right? So she's been chomping at the bit for cons to come back so that she can like get back to work, basically. This is hers. Speaking of Mel, I just realized I'm wearing her shirt. She designed this shirt, so she was part of the like alternate artist line. But yeah, she does lots of like I want to say like kawaii horror, but it's not even that. I don't know how she markets herself specifically, but she's lovely. Thank you for retweeting my art yesterday. It means so much. Of course. I love that shirt. Yeah, it's very cute. Hi, Amarian. How are you? Are those scented candles or mugs? These are pots of tea, loose leaf tea that we sell in the Dodger coffee shop. So these are our four loose leaf teas that we offer. Addicted to Pathfinder. How are you all? Nice. I just ordered the chai tea and watermelon oolong for the first time. I have high expectations. I hope you like it. The watermelon oolong, I think, is so... I mean, they're all good. But the watermelon oolong is the one that I always, like, go for. Which is why I was like, oh, I know that last time we had this, it was seasonal. But I love it. Does it have to be seasonal? Yeah, there was a con held out here. I can't remember where. There was like a board game convention that was held a little ways away. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the new Life is Strange game on stream. We always just play it for Jesse's channel, so I assume that when Jesse gets back home, he'll want to play it. So I assume I'll play it with him. If he wants to play it with somebody else, though, that's fine. ReaperCon? I don't even know what that is. This is some serious madam vibes. Me? My look today? I am trying to see Jesse before he leaves, yeah. You guys ever sell hoodies again on the Cat Gang store? One of our partnered designs, there's a hoodie version of it. And yeah, we have talked about doing the like classic Cat Gang design as a hoodie again. Yeah. How are you, Jossum? Reaper's a board game and figurine company, apparently. Oh. Every year we'd get people from all over the globe and we'd have to bring various translators in. Whoa, interesting. Trying to chill before my art stream later. I hope you're well. Thank you. Yeah, I'm doing good. Your shirt is awesome. Thank you. You can find it at catgangshop.com. Yeah, we got misdemeanor tonight. I'm so excited. I thought of what I think is going to be a fun project. Like a misdemeanor project. We'll see. I can't do it by myself, so I've reached out to a couple people being like, do you want to do a thing with me? Yeah, today's session is going to be very stressful. But we have guests again. Crew guests. I don't know what you would call guests for a pirate ship. Are you asking how I'm listening to music? It's through Spotify. Captives? No, no, no. Scallywags. They're not prisoners, guys. Oh my god. They're not hostages. What the fuck? Do you guys even watch the show? Stowaways is cute. Sure, yeah, it's gonna be us. It's gonna be us and the Stowaways. I don't know what show we're even talking about. Amazing. I'm on a D&D show that's pirate themed, and we're in the middle of a fight right now. But it's like kind of a crossover, so we're in a fight, but we have a couple of people from a different campaign with us, so it's fun. There are stowaways. Oh, like how do you listen to the D&D shows? I mean, you can watch the VODs. Both of the shows that I'm in currently the VODs go up on YouTube. So you can watch all of Misdemeanor on Brett's YouTube channel. I was sold at the word pirate. If you like pirates, if you want to see some good shit. Although we're in the middle of a fight. It might be a really confusing episode to show up for. But we're in season 3. I think. Big crane fly. Hey, buddy. There's like 8 of you in the house, and I never like it. Clark went into the kitchen, and she was like, "Mommy, what's that?" And was pointing out the window. And I kept like saying things out the window. Do you mean this? Do you mean this? Do you mean this? And she was like, no. And I finally realized she was pointing at a crane fly that was on the actual glass. And then, you know how like you were looking beyond the thing and then suddenly you're not looking beyond the thing? So I was looking beyond and then I suddenly wasn't and realized there were 4 crane flies just on the sliding glass door. And I was like, I hate it. And she was like, Mommy, they're moving. Because my kid loves bugs. It's my husband. He's going to go get our kiddo. I was dropping off eggs and syrup at my sister-in-law's place. And her son was like, please, because I had Clarky with me. He was like, please, can Clarky stay with us for like an hour? Please, can Clarky stay and play? Please, I'm so bored. Please, can Clarky stay? And I was like, that is entirely up to your mom. And she was like, yeah, I don't care. It'll occupy him. That would be amazing. So I was like, okay, sure. So Clark was at their house. And then I woke up Sam being like, hey, FYI, you gotta go pick up our kid in like an hour. He was like, okay. Yeah, we are a bug friendly family. Oh my god, like my tweet this morning, oh my god, there's a book called Animal Homes, and so we have this book, and some of the animal homes that it talks about are like the ways that like different insects and bugs make homes, right? And the one that she thinks is hilarious is the termites. She loves the termites section because it's like, oh, termites make a big mound out of soil and spit and poop. And they make sure that there are big holes in the top so they can get air. And they store a bunch of wood to snack on. And then there's a whole section that has just the king and queen in it. And she thinks it's amazing because the queen is gigantic. Like, fucking massive. And she's like, wow, the queen is so big. And so today she asked if we could make a fort. And she was like, let's make it out of, soil and spit and poop. I was like, all right. Oh, wait, no, I was DJ Catnip. So I went, all right, sounds cool. This morning was wild. There was so much going on. Yeah, again, if you weren't here for the DJ Catnip conversation, feel free to Google it. He's a Gabby's Dollhouse character. He's a cat DJ with tentacle arms. Clark is becoming bug girl. I like it. I like it. I think it's fun that she likes bugs so much. It's honestly because like I've talked about this before, but like because I want her to feel like really comfortable around bugs and not be scared of them, it's encouraged me to like make the effort to handle bugs more often. So like if we see something in the house, I'm much more likely now than I ever used to be to just pick it up and take it outside, you know? And I think it's created a situation where she's like, bugs are cool, man. good to get used to bugs early. It is. Yeah, we were talking about that. Apparently, the only venomous creature in England is the adder snake. That's it. That's it. Most, like, nearly everything in this country you can just, like, chill with. And they're fine. Yeah, she loves spiders. She adores spiders. Except people stab you. Yeah, you know, people still deadly. But in terms of specifically venomous things. Some of the areas in the backyard that the chickens have like scratched up really badly. I keep thinking like I should just buy like one of those big seed packs of wildflowers. I mean, the chickens will still scratch that up, but like it could be in a helpful way, you know. Get one of those big packs of like wildflower seeds and then like also plant a bunch of clover out there maybe. Because they already have a bunch of clover in their yard for whatever reason. So I'm like, what do the chickens eat mostly? Oh, we get them layers pellets, which is like the standard like chicken food. And then they eat a lot of chicken, not a lot of chicken scraps. Oh my God. A lot of kitchen scraps. And that's mostly it. We should get them some buggies. But like generally they're out in a yard all day. So they generally find buggies on their own. Won't they just eat the seeds? Not if I cover them up. But that's what I'm saying is like they'll still scratch up the ground. But it could help. It does say claw your heart out. This is one of our new shirts in the Cat Gang store. You can go to catgangshop.com and look at all, there it is! And look at all of our new designs. Oh yeah, obviously I'll only get wildflower seeds that are from the UK. Don't worry. I come from a farming family. I've had the invasive species talk my whole life. Homie. Why you gotta be in my house? Why you gotta be wiggling around, making all them noises? You hate it. Weird Uncle Jay, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I'm sorry, I got distracted. Welcome to the Cat Gang, everybody. Thank you so much. If you were gifted a sub, please double check and say thank you. Weird Uncle Jay, appreciate it so much. I got really distracted by this obnoxious crane fly who's right above me now. It's, honestly, it's just the worst. Their legs are so long, which I guess is why they call them daddy long legs here. Their legs are so long, and as they're like desperately trying to fly somewhere, their legs just flop all over the place while they're flying around, and I hate it. It's just so weird. I also swear to God they teleport. It's, yeah. Yeah. They call crane flies daddy long legs here. In America, we call spiders daddy long legs, like a specific type of spider. So That was something to get used to. I just called them crane flies, just for clarity. And now the conversation begins. Am I American? So crane flies look like gigantic mosquitoes, basically. We call crane flies, at least where I grew up, again, America's huge, so maybe it's not this way everywhere, but daddy long legs are like a type of spider that has an itty bitty body and super long legs. And then crane flies we call mosquito eaters. I don't know if they actually eat mosquitoes. But I didn't even know that they were called crane flies until the first time we had this conversation, I think. And so now I just call them crane flies. We called them mosquito eaters too. There you go. I've seen more of these though. Mosquito eaters slash crane flies. I've seen more of these in the last like year and a half that I've lived here than my entire life growing up. Because if you leave, when it gets hot at night, you then like open all the windows, right? To like try and get some cool air in the house because these houses just hold on to heat forever. So it's been really hot all day. At night, you're opening all the windows to get some cool air in. And the crane flies are like, yes. And they all just they just show up. They just appear. And you're like, where did you come from? It's awful. So we currently have, like, again, in the kitchen, there's like 5 of them. There's one in here that I didn't even notice until I started streaming. The worst. Yeah, there's so many of these bugs are like, I see light. I'm going. Need to get better screens. They do not have screens on Windows here. Not like in America. You have to specifically like get screens for your windows. They are not a standard at all. Screen doors, screen windows, none of that is standard here. And about that no screen life. I don't run this country. Don't ask me why. Yeah. I've been to a house that I've been to one house that had screens, and they had them custom made for their windows. Never seen them anywhere else. The house spiders are meant to eat the invaders. I would kill for a screen. I would murder a man for a screen on some of these windows. Goddamn. Actually, like, I really miss screen doors. Wherever we move, like when we actually own a place, I will absolutely get screen doors. The ability to just like leave a door open and have the screen shut is incredible. I didn't think that was like gonna be a big thing that I missed about moving here, but Jesus. Don't you have an extra door in the USA? I don't know what that means. Time to buy a spider to keep in the house. We leave spiders in the house unless they get gigantic. If you mean the screen door, then yeah, there's 2 doors if you have a screen door. Can't you buy cheap Velcro screen packages? Probably. I want actual screen windows and screen doors. This will be I'm going to make a list of stuff. It's not a must-have to buy, but it is a must-have once it is in my possession. Once we've moved, I'm going to look at Sam deep into his beautiful eyes, stare right at them long-ass lashes, and I'm going to be like, my love, now that we finally own property, I'm going to go buy some fucking screens for our windows. He would agree, yeah. This isn't like a I would have to convince him situation. Where would you buy screens? So I actually asked when we went to see, it was a house that we were like talking about maybe getting, and that's why we were in it. But we went in and we saw that they had screens on the windows, and I was like, oh my God, where did you get screens for these windows? And she was like, oh, there's a company that literally just does these, but they had to be like custom made. So there are companies that do them. I'm sure that you can just buy them, but every house that I've been in England has had completely different sized windows, and some windows that are super wonky and doors that are super wonky. I don't know if it's just by virtue of the houses being super old that like some of the shit going on in these houses, you're like, what? Why is that shaped that way? It gives the house flavor. It sure do. England is full of history, and sometimes that's not great. Sometimes it's great. Sometimes. Yeah, this house, I've talked about this a lot, but this house is like absolutely an example of people just obviously just kept moving into this house and trying to improve it. All of the rooms in this house are on different levels. So there's like a lip either up or down everywhere in the house. They all have different floors. It's like so weird. You can absolutely tell like what was the original house and what got added on. And there are like 3 sections that got just added on. My sister-in-law that I went to bring stuff to, I feel so bad because they were in a situation where the house that they're living in is a farmhouse that belonged to her great or great, one of those, either great or great grandfather, and so it's been in the family forever. And they at the time were looking for a place to live, and they were told it's currently owned by like 3 members of the family, and they were like, why don't you move into this house, and you can pay rent, and if you like it, then you can buy it over, once you're able, you can buy it. They moved into this house, and it's just like an absolute shithole because it's so old. So they started fixing up the house because they made a deal like the more that we fix up, the price of the house will go down, right? So they started fixing up the house and reached a point where, because it's really hard to get a mortgage right now, reached a point where they were like, even if we manage to get a mortgage, we're going to be continuing to try and fix this house, this like super fucking old English farmhouse. We're going to be trying to fix this house for the rest of our goddamn lives. Like, is this a good idea? Should we keep doing this? So she was like, yeah, we're actually going to move. after putting all this work into the house, we're just gonna move. And I was like, oh my God, that must be so depressing. It like suddenly made so much more sense to me, because there are some houses that Sam and I have looked at that are that kind of a vibe, where it's like, wow, what an interesting, like, quirky house that has half of it totally like modernized and half of it is not. And we're like, why does this happen? And it felt like I was suddenly peeking behind the curtain. I'm like, oh, that's probably why that happens. Kelly! Hi, beautiful. Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, better to like move on now than like sunk cost fallacy, just like keep getting deeper and deeper into debt trying to fix this house, you know? So, yeah. How often do brand new houses show up in England? Is it standard to just keep upgrading old ones? No, there's tons of new builds showing up. At least in like in the area where my mother-in-law lives, there are new builds happening all over the place. But there is absolutely value in like buying an older house and fixing it up. There's definitely a huge interest in doing that, but there's lots of new builds showing up. Is it the mortgage situation that's bad, or just the cost of housing? The mortgage situation is pretty bad. I mean, housing is also hard, but there's people that I know who were told a while back, like, as long as you can get 10% down for the house, we'll give you a mortgage. And then now we're being told, we really are requiring people now to have like 20 to 30% down on the house, right? So like there's been a shift at some point. So I think both are bad currently. Which is why Sam and I are totally looking at places right now. It's, yeah, it's rough. I keep thinking that to myself. I'm like, God, if we wait, is it going to get worse or better? Would it be better to wait? I don't even know. Because if like it's creating a situation where people can't buy houses, like that's not great, right? I'm new here. I love the stream. Thank you. Thanks for swinging by. Pick a few sponsors. Rachel and Jun are building their house with a ton of sponsor money. Oh my God, the dream. But here's another hurdle with that. I'm sure it's the same in Japan, because they're in Japan, right? Buying land here is rough. Buying land here is rough. I'd be down for a few Raid Shadow Legends ads if it meant you guys could own your dream home. That's very sweet. I think they live in Fukuoka. I think you're right. I think I've seen Rachel talk about that. That would actually be pretty funny to do just like a big series of like sponsored content and ads. And at the beginning of everyone be like, hello everybody, it's time for you to help us buy a house. By listening to today's sponsor. do it. It would be honest. That's true. It would be blatantly honest. I mean, Sam and I have talked about that before, that like any money that we get from sponsorship stuff, we should just automatically be putting into a savings account so that it's like accruing interest, you know? Yeah, it's unfortunate that my dream situation is to have a little bit of land, because that complicates things. It's not just, you know, find a house that has enough like modernity for Sam and enough non-modernity for me. It's also me being like, but wouldn't it be nice if we had like a little bit of land, a little bit of space? Wouldn't that be great? How much land are we talking here? Depends. Is this the gamer commune? Because if it's the gamer commune, we're going to need a lot more land. If it's just Sam and I with like a couple tiny houses on it for our parents, then, you know, like half an acre to an acre would be amazing, because then we could also potentially have animals in the future. But if it's the gamer commune, then like that's going to be quite a few people, and I want everybody to have their privacy, right? It depends. Yeah, and apparently all of my mods are gonna live there, so like they need their own space. You know, it's there's a lot of specifics here that I have to consider. I feel like if it's gonna say Brook Dodger on it, it has to face the camera when I use it. Live in the forest like old Robin Hood. That's how I grew up. That's how I grew up. It was very fun and really lonely. There are experiences that I had growing up that Clark will never have. And I find that sad sometimes. But I was also an extremely lonely kid. So that's true. I mean, you can buy. I've looked at woodlands to buy. So I've been like, maybe, Sam, maybe the answer is we just buy a house without land, and then I just buy some woodlands. The problem with woodlands, you can like just go there to hang, which is amazing. I would love to just be like, I'm gonna go to my woodlands and just like hang out by a creek and just like, you know, eat some nettle tea and whatever. You can't build on woodlands. They're like very protected. So it's like you get a tax benefit from it, but you can't build on it. You can't hold any events on it. So like we couldn't like invite all of our friends to like camp in the woodlands, technically, right? So yeah, there's a lot of like stipulations about how you utilize the woodlands. I know. Clarky's so happy. She's just like she's just a happy social kid. She loves hanging out with other kids. She loves talking with people so much. So when Sam and I have like joked about our midlife crises, when he's like, all right, well, I'm just going to start doing like a bunch of dangerous, crazy shit. And I'm like, cool, I'm going to go live in the middle of the woods. Which is what we were just talking about. I'm going to go live in the middle of the woods. And then it's always like, well, obviously Clarky can't come along for the like crazy, scary, dangerous stuff, which means that she would live in the woods with you. But then she's going to be depressed because there won't be anybody to talk to. And I'm like, oh, that's true. We should just abandon both of these ideas. It's fine. Oh my god. This just reminded me when I was giving the stuff to my sister-in-law before my nephew was like, "Can Clarky stay?" He blurted out that he saw a witch the other day. And I was like, "Oh, did you?" And he was like, "Yeah, I saw a witch in town, but she's a white witch." I was like, "Okay." He was like, "That means that she casts good spells." And I was like, "Well, there's all kinds of witches. There are green witches that use plants." And he gave me this look. Like, I don't know about that. That seems suspicious. Green is suspicious to this child. Your identity is safe. He was like, "Yeah, okay." What did my friend when I had all of the plants named after all of my friends and was giving them all like fortune readings based on their plants, my friend Dar was like, "Are you a verdomancer now?" And I was like, "Is that a term you just came up with?" And he was like, "Yeah." I was like, that's the best version of like calling someone a green witch possible. A nerdomancer? I can't believe this. I just joined. What is this? Just hanging. Just chatting. I love how one of your tags on Twitch is parent. It is, yeah, because I talk about my kid all the time. And I was like, there's a tag that's just parent. I was talking in the Discord about how like when I first like came out properly, I was talking about how I had considered using the LGBT tag and then decided against it because I really just didn't want the situation of like, because I know so many people who are like, "Ugh, don't you just hate when cis straight people stream with the LGBT tag?" And it's always, from what I can tell, it's always just based on like how their life is perceived, right? So I am married to a man. I have a kid, right? So while the LGBT tag would be accurate for me as a person, I understand that it would be questioned because of how like heteronormative, whatever you want to say, my life appears to be. So yeah. So I was like, I think that I'm just gonna not have, and yeah, again, like I could take the time to explain like, "Oh, I'm bi-pan," etc. I just don't want to bother. So I just don't use the tag. And then there's tags like parent, where I'm like, there is no one who's gonna sit in this chat for longer than 30 minutes without hearing me be like, "And then my kid did blah blah blah," right? As a bi man with a girlfriend and a daughter, I understand your struggle. Yeah, it's fine. It's definitely just something that I like mulled over for a while. Like, do I want to use the tag? I don't think so. Belated congrats on coming out. Thank you. But But it does frustrate me how often people say something like that, like, ugh, I just hate how many cis straight people are under this tag. And I always want to be like, is that based on like how you're perceiving their life at home? You can't look at somebody and know if they're cis. You can't look at somebody and know if they're bi or not, right? Like there's so many things that you can't tell just by like observing a person at a glance. But anyways. If you are cisgendered, it means that you identify with how you were born. So if you were assigned female at birth and you are female gendered and you use she, her pronouns, then you are cisgendered. It's just a term for that. Correct me if I got any of that wrong, but... Yeah, I think there's just an ally tag now. Is cis short for something? Just cisgendered. Cisgendered, transgendered. It's not meant to be, it's literally just a term for what it is. It's just a description of you or someone you know. Oh, here we go. Cis comes from chemistry, where you have cis and trans isomers, which describes in which way the molecule is different from the standard. So there you go. They're chemistry prefixes. It's Latin, but also used in chemistry. So there we go. Now we know, we learned a thing. I honestly had no idea where it came from, but it seemed like a term that needed to exist, so. Latin's used in chemistry and basically everything. That's true. I like your eyebrows. I need to get mine done again. So my mom, when I like first started doing my eyebrows, when I was in like high school, I guess, my mom was like, yeah, for me, it didn't really take long. Like I plucked my eyebrows for like a few years and then the hair just stopped growing in. And that's 100% what happens to me. I pluck my eyebrows maybe like once a year, once every year and a half or 2 years. Like there's so few hairs that pop up. They're just like this now. And sometimes I wish that they were, again, probably because of like, I'm trying to think of what the term would be. But like a lot of people are rocking like the bigger eyebrows now. And I'm like, did I ever have big eyebrows? I literally can't remember. Yeah, thick eyebrows. I love it. Honestly, though, this is what I want. I just want the fucking, like, yeah. I just want my eyebrows to always be like this. I'm sure that I could do that. You can get them laminated? What the fuck does that mean? Laminated eyebrows? Oh my god, it filled itself in. It's also called an eyebrow perm. A new procedure that focuses on creating shiny, smooth brows. Oh, I don't want that. I just want them to be spiky sometimes. I just want them to be like fucking... I just want somebody to show up and be like, could be a werewolf. They're not quite bushy enough for that though. So I just need them to be spiky occasionally, that's all. You can get eyebrows. Eyebrows. Yeah, I have friends who have like really thin eyebrows and have gotten tattoos done to like fill in the brows. If you find that you're filling in your eyebrows every single day, you can absolutely get like a kind of lightweight tattoo procedure to fill them in for you. I think you need more hair overall to be a werewolf. Don't! Don't point out my hair. Uh-oh, my kid is crying. Uh-oh. She just got to play with her cousin and was having a blast, and then Daddy showed up and was like, get in the fucking car. And she was like, no! That's how I'm gonna pretend that went down, even though Sam would never. My best friend got her eyeliner tattooed. I literally can't imagine. I cannot imagine. Oh my god. Yeah, if you love makeup and there's a part of your makeup that you're doing the same every single time, like why not? As long as it's safe. I don't know that any tattoos around the eyes are necessarily safe, but I'm not a tattoo artist, so I don't know. It does. It would save so much time. I don't like when I do my makeup, it's pretty much the same every time, but I don't wear makeup every day, and I don't want to wear makeup every day, so I would never do that. But I know people who have done their makeup exactly the same for years and years and years, right? And if that was my situation, I would probably jump at the opportunity to be like, please, just take out a step. Just take out a step of this fucking thing. What if you hate the look after a month? If you've been doing your makeup the same for 15 years? I would be surprised. Oh my gosh, Crumbling Biscuit, thank you so much. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you, Crumbling Biscuit, for the gifted subs. I appreciate it. What if you got a bad tattoo on your face? I mean, without the proper research, any tattoo can turn out bad. This is the unfortunate situation there. Like, hopefully if you're getting a tattoo done on your face, you're making sure that you're going to somebody who has a really good reputation. Thank you from the chin. Thank you. Yeah, Sam has a design done. He has not booked an appointment to get the tattoo to start on the sleeve, but he has the sleeve designed. So one day he'll have it. I was talking with Nick because, you know, Nick was going to do my Zach tattoo. And I was like, I got to be honest, I don't think that I want a Zach tattoo anymore. And they were like, understandable. So, fortunately, Nick just does lots of really cool dice tattoos. So I was like, I think that we should still plan to do a tattoo, though. I think we should still come up with something super cool. Nick Terhorst, who's a longtime friend and tattoo artist in Toronto, I believe. Dr. Subterfuge, thank you very much for the gifted subs. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Wow. Welcome to the Cat Gang. I was trying to do it slow and then did it too fast. Thank you, Dr. Subterfuge. If you were gifted a sub, be sure to say thank you. I know. I in my mind, I will get that tattoo, but only after I get ripped. It's not that I don't think that Sam can like get ripped again if he really wants to. It's just like I've had friends who have just never gotten a tattoo because they've never been satisfied with like what the spot looks like that they want to get the tattoo on, you know? That's my life right now. Yeah. Not saying that you should get a tattoo when you don't feel like it's ready or it's time for you to get it. I think that you should absolutely wait until you are like sure that you want it. I don't regret any of my tattoos, and I feel very fortunate about that. I love all of them. So, oh my gosh. More fairly funny feline friend gave 20 subs. Goodness gracious. Welcome to the Cat Gang, everybody. Thank you so much. Again, if you were gifted a sub, be sure to say thank you. How lovely. I swear you said this 4 years ago that you were going to get ripped. Oh, I've always wanted to be ripped, yeah. But we're not talking about me. We're talking about my husband. Kai Theron! Welcome to the Cat Gang, everybody who's gifted a sub by Kai Theron. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you, thank you. You look great, Buff. Well, I was saying recently that I've realized that from carrying a toddler around a lot, my shoulders have actually gotten like much bigger than they used to be. There's like specific muscle groups that I'm using to lift up a kid over and over again. And I keep thinking, now's the fucking time. Now's the time to start working out the other muscles that are nearby, right? What I want has intentional blank spaces. I have so much arm hair, I would constantly have to shave that spot. Oh, I see what you mean. Let's get yoked. Yeah, mine has, I don't have a bunch of arm hair, but mine has like a bunch of gaps in it that make people be like, are there supposed to be gaps? So I keep trying to think to myself, I feel like I should just leave them for now. And then like whatever else I wind up putting on my arm, eventually I can figure out what I would like to have fill in the gaps for the whole sleeve to like, you know, keep it uniform. So You didn't read the second part of my message about keeping each other in check. Sorry. Can't tell if that was my kiddo. What's your advice for starting a sleeve? Oh gosh. I went until like I committed to getting a thing. I went back and forth over and over and over again whether I wanted a whole sleeve that was all color or a sleeve that was just black and white. Or I thought for a while there, because the very first tattoo that I got is a Hebrew Chai, and it's in teal, and I was like, maybe I'll just get a bunch of tattoos in teal, which I've seen a couple of people now who are getting like all of their tattoos in red or all of their tattoos in blue, right? Which is like really, really pretty. But yeah, in the end, like all of this wound up being, you know, blacks and grays, and I'm happy with that. But yeah, I think just like kind of pinpoint what kind of tattoos you like. There are tons of tattoos that I think are gorgeous that I would never want on myself. So identifying for yourself, like, do I just think this is gorgeous, or do I actually want this kind of thing on my body forever, you know? That's what I said to chat. I was like, I guarantee you.
So, and then she yelled at me the whole way home and asked me for a logical reason as to why I had to get picked up. And I was like, there were too many kids. She was like, I counted there were only 5. There's 20 in nursery. I was like, I didn't know what to say.
Oh no.
It's okay, just watching something.
I'll be done in a few minutes, and then and then you won't be alone.
I just need food.
Yeah. She's so mean. Yeah. Yeah, so Clarky was at my sister-in-law's, right? Because she showed up, and my nephew was like, "Can Clarky stay, please, 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 please?" And I guess my sister-in-law's sister had an emergency and was like, "Can you please take my kids?" So there were like 5 kids over there, and my sister-in-law had texted me being like, "Don't worry, she's having a blast. Like, Sam can take his time coming over to get her." And so Sam showed up and was like, "Time to go." And I guess she just fucking screamed at him the whole way home, like, "Why did I have to go? Why did I have to go? Why did you pick me up?" And he was like, we love a critical thinker. I love. Like, a big part of me loves that Clark was like, I need a reason. I need you to tell me the exact reason that I need to be picked up right now. Sam was like, I don't know. I just woke up and I was told to come get you. I'm missing critical information. Just get in the car, please. Like, poor Sam. Oh, jeez. Yeah. She's 3 years old and she's questioning everything. I love it. A little scientist in the making. Yeah, big speak to the manager vibes. Oh no, I think I'm the manager in this situation. chat here. Oh my goodness. Okay. So something that I did say I was going to do today, because for anybody who doesn't know, we've transitioned the channel into like, because let me back up. All of my streams throughout the week tend to follow this like through line, right? We spend like 2, maybe more, maybe less, 2-ish hours chitty chatting like we have just now. And then we have like 2 to 3 hours of time available to play a game. Which means that if we've started playing a game that is like even a normal length game, it takes forever to get through it. And so I had said to chat, like, I'm starting to think maybe it would be better, because so many games like come and go and I don't get to play them on stream. And so I said maybe it would be better if we transitioned into being less of like a Let's Play channel and more of like a first look channel. Not first look, but like just trying out a bunch of games. So talk for a couple hours, and then every day, unless there's something real special about that game, every day we play a different game. And so that's what we did this last week, and I actually had a blast doing that. I thought that was super fun. Actual variety gaming. So I said that on Saturdays I would do like a quick wrap up of like, what did we play? Do I recommend them? Did I think that they were fun? Have I continued playing them? That kind of a thing. So let's recall. What did we play? What did we play this week? So we played Cateria Fables, which is like Cateria Fables is like marketed as a farming sim, but it really is like sort of Rune Factory-ish, where you are like a warrior who shows up to a town and they're like, yo, can you protect us? By the way, here's a house, and if you want to do some farming, you can do that too. So it's, at least so far in the game, after playing it for a few hours, it's more like dungeon delver, like getting items from monsters and creatures, and crafting stuff with those items, and doing like a little bit of gardening. It's more about like the kind of RPG elements of the game. Very cute. You play a cat. Everything that you interact with is either an animal or a monster. So yeah, it's pretty cute. Like Stardew? No, Stardew I would say had a very heavy focus on gardening and like agriculture. And to that point, this is also not quite like the one that was more about engineering. What is that one called? The like dystopian one. What's the name of that one? One of you will remember. Portia, My Time at Portia. It's not like My Time at Portia either, where it's like not really about the agriculture, but it is about the engineering. This one is like about the action RPG, like fighting monsters thing, and dungeon delving, and like agriculture and building stuff, and all of that is backseat. So yeah, it's very fun. It's really cute. It was really chill to play. So I would recommend that one. I did play that one a little bit more off stream. I've continued to play Black Book. I don't think that we played that on stream this week at all, but I've continued to play Black Book. It has gotten like so much harder. And I'm not even halfway through the game, I don't think. I'm still trying to finish up the like third seal on the book or whatever. But that game is super fun. It's a deck building game about like Slavic myth and lore, where you play a witch who's trying to get your lover out of hell. That game is super cool and really interesting. I played that basically all week last week. And And I have been playing that off stream as well, but it's like, it's gotten really hard. So keep that in mind. But it was something that's nice is that if you've failed a fight a couple of times, it'll ask if you'd rather just skip the fight. I have yet to do that, but these fights can be so long. Yeah. So we played a game called Webbed that King Bendrick suggested to us. It's very cute. In Webbed, you play a spider. It has an arachnophobia mode that you can tick on where instead of playing a spider, you play a cute little blob. And so we played at the beginning of the stream, we played, I want to say like half an hour of it as a blob. And it, I don't think, took away from the game at all. I think you can absolutely play this game where all of the spiders are blobs and it's still adorable and really fun. It's got really cool like web physics sort of stuff, and it seems like it's pretty short. I think that we made it like a little over halfway in the game in the time that we spent on it. So looking at the reviews, lots of really, really good reviews, and most people spent like 4 to 5 hours on it, it seemed like. And we spent about 3. So I think that, and I tend to be slower. So I think like I could probably beat it in like 5 to 6 hours if I had to guess. But if you don't have a problem with spiders, the spiders are really cute and the way they move around is really interesting. So yeah. And the concept of that game is you're hanging out with your spider boyfriend and he gets kidnapped by a bird. And then you have to go to all of the other bugs in the forest and be like, hey, I'm trying to save my boyfriend. And they help you get to the bird's nest to save your boyfriend is like the idea. And it's very cute. So definitely recommend Webbed. It's like, yeah, side scroller, like physics web swinging sort of game. And it was very cool. And then we played Dreamscaper, which we had played the demo of forever ago. And Dreamscaper is a roguelite. Where you play a person who is sort of like dealing with their inner like fears and worries and all of these things in dreams. So it's cool because the tutorial takes place inside of a video game that they're playing. So they're like sitting on the couch playing a video game and it's like, do you want to play the tutorial? And it zooms you into the game. And then the idea is that like when they go to sleep, the way that they sort of process and deal with stuff is by like turning their dream into that game. And so each of the bosses, like the first boss I think was literally just called Fear. The second boss is called Isolation, right? And so in the in-between, the roguelite aspect of the game is that in the in-between when you wake up, I think the idea is that you've just moved to this city that you're in. And so in the in-between, like in between dreams, you can go out into the city and you can meet people and you can gift them things. And by making connections with people, those are like some of the upgrades that you get in the game. Is like people give you different boons almost that you can utilize and apply to yourself before you go back in. That's a very cool game. I really like that game a lot and I definitely want to play more of that. So honestly, like lots of good stuff this week, I felt like. That one is called Dreamscaper. So yeah, again, all of these games were Cateria Fables, Black Book, Webbed, and Dreamscaper. And they were all very fun. Big recommend on all of them. I had a blast this week, so. But on that note, apparently my kid is a nightmare. So I'm gonna go be mama and help out. I'm glad that she got to play today, though. How fun. Okay, let's see if this person is still streaming. We have a raid leader. They are doing body painting. Wonderful. Xevin has recommended mcroft07, so that's who I'll send you guys over to after I've read off the activity feed. Arnar, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Let's scroll down. Yesterday. Too far. Here we go. Okay, Ordy Rocks, thank you for the 29 months. Donkey Kong for the 8, Imthams for the 49, Endeavor for the 53, Sonic Advance for the 5 years. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Kai Theron for the 31, Johnny B for the 10, Weirwood for the 35, Twisted Mickey for the 4, So Bad at Games for the 32, Morgan Stern for the 16, Genetic Gizmo for the 52, Clarity for the 16, Gavin Oleg, thank you so much for the raid. I'm sorry that I missed that. Random Rocker for the 72. Happy 6 years. Thank you so much. Happy anniversary. Baby Bird's Nest for the 14. Pyro Wolf Point for the 26. Accept Streams for the 11. Weird Uncle Jay, thank you so much for the gifted subs. Stanley Stifler for the subscription. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you. Barry Kato for the 11. Tara for the 9. Happy Twitch baby. Suchi for the 16. MLK for the 9. Happy Twitch baby to you as well. Talos the Keeper for the 1 year. Happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Dirk Beans. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you so much for subscribing. Nodanoff. Thank you for the 7. Crumbling Biscuit. And Dr. Subterfuge. Fairly Funny Feline Friend. And Kai Theron. Thank you very much for all of the gifted subs. So many today. Room 42B. Welcome to the Cat Gang. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your time with us. Firewalk. Thank you for the 2 months. Haiku Paiku for the 3. Fairly Funny Feline Friend for the 6. So Moridi for the 10. Arnar and Not Loki just now. Thank you so much for the gifted subs as well. Welcome to the Cat Gang, everybody. Thank you. If you were gifted a sub today by any of these lovely people, please double check who it was and take the time to say thank you. And Jun Coffee, happy 1 year. Happy anniversary. Thank you so much. You're all so lovely. Thank you very much for the support and the love. Again, if you would like to watch Misdemeanor, the pirate D&D show that I'm on, that will be at 9 p.m. BST, which is 4 p.m. Eastern time, I think. British Standard Time. I live in England. England time. 9 p.m. England time. 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So if you would like to watch that, it's on Brett Ultimus's channel. He does a ton of D&D games every week. But ours it's pirate themed, but we are in the middle of a fight. So you might show up and be like, I don't know what's going on. I'm just happy to be here. So here we go. We're going to raid mcroft07. Spread love, spread joy. Take care of yourselves. And I'll either see you tonight for Misdemeanor, tomorrow for Godforged, or the next time that I stream. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye, guys. Oh, yeah. Buy our merch. Or go look at our merch. Or share our merch. Or whatever you feel comfy doing. New stuff in the Cat Gang shop. Yeah. Pew, 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 pew.